because the last one, you were riddled with fear around this,
Oh yeah.
which
Oh
was
yeah.
prevented. And
Yeah. For
you,
65 years, Darius.
yeah,
If it was either fear or not knowing what to do, and there's beings pulling me around by the arms or talking to each other about me, and it's like I don't know what to do. This is the first time I was clearly at choice
yeah,
and empowered.
at
And
will.
it just felt so wonderful, so unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, even when you come out, you roll out and you're sitting up and you're like, hold on, is this my
Yeah.
physical body
Yeah.
or is this
Yes.
like, because it's no
Yes.
different. That's us. Yeah.
Yes. It's like, oh
Yeah.
my God. It's like there was a part of me that knew I was out, but then another part was saying, wait a minute, there's no difference here.
Yeah. Exactly. It's it's yep. I know the feeling. It's incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It's, so I'm so jazzed, that every
Yeah.
night I'm on target, but so far.
Hello, everyone. I have Stefano with me. This is part two of the success story here. The first one that we did, we were talking about his previous experience through his entire life, not being able to control the out of body state. And now from October, when we did our first one, it was October 30th, 2023. So he's been working with the method, like I said, 3 months. And he's just going to
Mhm.
share his progress so far from today. So take it away, Stefano. Again,
Okay.
you're
All right.
really good the first one. I'm excited to hear the progress that you've made.
I'll tell you,
Yeah.
it's been interesting. It was a slow start because, as I mentioned in the first, I have sleep apnea, so I can't lay on my back. So had to figure out a way how I can get around that. I tried headphones, I tried earbuds, nothing worked. So while I was trying to figure that out, how to how to get around that so I could lay in the signals, I I kept putting out that I wanted assistance in not being startled or afraid, because that's always been the issue over all these years. I get startled, and there's a combination actually of being startled with fear and this passivity that you brought to my attention.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know I was supposed to do something. This is just happening to me, and I'm not getting any instructions. So fast forward, I started laying in the signals at night, and what I would do, and I'm still playing with this, I would do about maybe 4 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep, 6 hours of sleep, set the alarm, wake up, go into the signals. So I'm trying various combinations.
Yes.
And about 3 weeks ago, starting 3 weeks ago, I had three OBEs. Now, leading up to that, before I get up to that, I'm going to tell you, as I said, I've been asking about assistance and not being startled.
Yeah.
That I want to be in full control. I want to experience being in full control and present, and I'm there, and there's no fear. And I was really leaning into it. Before the OBEs, since October, and figuring out this headphone blinder thing, I started to have a series of dreams. Every night I was having dreams, and in these dreams, there would be people that would be like a television personality or just some neutral, you know, some person without any investment. And in the dream, and I'm talking to them, and we're just having a very engaging conversation. And the whole time, they're looking me dead in the face and they're smiling with this big smile. And but I'm dreaming. I'm not conscious in the dream. It's not lucid at all.
Mm.
And in every dream, there was be 5 or 6 of them that would happen with different people. And after I would wake up, I would realize that they were trying to get my attention. They were trying to get my attention. I could feel it after the fact. So I had that dream about 4, 5, 6 times. And then about 2.5 weeks ago, I'm middle of the night, listen to the tones, and I felt somebody crawl over the top of me and lay next to me. I wasn't afraid. I opened my eyes and I looked immediately. I opened my eyes, and it was my ex-wife. It was my ex-wife. So she starts talking to me, and I'm talking to her, and I'm surprised, but there's no fear at all, none whatsoever. And then she climbs over and she sits on my chest and she's looking down at me and she's talking. And I'm not afraid. I'm not startled. I'm just trying to figure out what is she doing here? And you know, it was like that. And then I kept saying to her, stop talking, because she was just talking incessantly. And I wanted to like engage her in some way. And with that, I went right back in my body. Fast forward about a week later, which would be about a week and a half, 2 weeks past. Again, I got up in the middle of the night, like maybe 3-ish, put on the headphones. Within about 15, 20 minutes, I'm laying on my right side. I feel my legs coming up and to the left. Immediately, I just rolled with it. I sat on the edge of the bed, opened my eyes, and it was the first time in 65 years. It was so amazing. I said, here I am. And it was so little difference that I didn't know if it was me or if I was out of my body or not. It just felt so normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I stood up, and it's like I'm feeling this juice. I'm really feeling exhilarated, but no fear, zero fear, flatline zero. I walk to the door, open the door, I walk out in the hallway, but it's not the hallway in this house. It was a hallway in another house. So I'm looking around, still not afraid. I'm walking around, and next thing I know, boom, I'm back in my body.
Hmm.
And the signals are there waiting for me. Like I said in the email,
Yeah.
the signals are there waiting for me. So I just let go into the signals. Within about another 15, 20 minutes, intense sleep paralysis comes over me.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, all right. And I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to sit up, and I'm trying not to force it. I'm trying to get up and go roll to the left, because I'm always on my right. I got about halfway up and I slammed down, and I thought, okay, let's try it again. So I kind of bounced up, rolled up, sat on the side of the bed again.
Yeah.
And eyes open again, and then back into the body. That was it. But there's something I forgot. I just remembered. Okay. On the second OBE, when my legs went up and I rolled out, as I was rolling out, there was this loud, it was almost like an electrical pop, a loud pop. And I saw like sparks, like an electrical arc. Hmm. I wasn't afraid. It was just like, whoa. Sat up, stood up, eyes open, out the door.
That's perfect, because the last one, you were riddled with fear around this.
Oh yeah.
Which was preventing. And
yeah. For 65 years, Darius. Yeah. If it was either fear or not knowing what to do, and there's beings pulling me around by the arms or talking to each other about me, and it's like I don't know what to do. This is the first time I was clearly at choice and empowered. And it just felt so wonderful, so unbelievable.
Even when you come out, you roll out and you're sitting up and you're like, hold on, is this my physical body? Or is this like, because it's no different? That's what
it's like, oh my God. It's like there was a part of me that knew I was out, but then another part was saying, wait a minute, there's no difference here.
Exactly. It's yep. I know the feeling. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I'm so jazzed, that every night I'm on target, but so far that's been it. But I'm trying different things, like watching my food. I've always been very little on sugar. I don't do much sugar.
Yeah.
So I'm just watching anything that would stimulate the system or keep it, keep it stimulated. So I'm trying different formulas, like sleep 3 hours, get up, sleep 4 hours, 5, whatever. Just trying different stuff.
The exciting thing is, now that you've done it with the method at will, so now like you know the process, the sensation.
Yeah.
Like this is going to be easier now. Like it's just an easier over time. And then
bam, I believe it. I believe it. It's like I'll recognize it just like that. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the coming, I want to say coming back into the body, coming back out of the body. That's the thing that I was talking about before in the material, where you could come out multiple times in one night, but you have
Yeah.
to time it correctly. So, and then dependent on the body, if it's coming back up, like it'll
Hmm.
be super strong like glue. Like you have to force yourself out. And sometimes
Right.
you're successful,
Right.
sometimes you're not. But yeah. Hmm.
It's like my legs came up and I went out and I went through the came back. I laid into signals. And then within another 15, 20 minutes, here comes the sleep paralysis. It was just happening.
Yeah. Because if you get pulled back in too quickly, which you were in the hallway, which would be,
Hmm.
well, I don't know, it could be many places. It depends if how far you were going, depending on what you would be accessing, and things would present themselves to you. But
Hmm.
if you were just out, let's just put a time 5 minutes and then right back into the body, you're still in that, the body's still shut down. So if like
Yeah.
you
Yes.
see what I mean? And
Yes.
then
Yes, for sure. For sure. Because quickly, bang, I was out. The
yeah,
paralysis came on me within another 15, 20 minutes, it seemed
yeah,
like.
yeah. So
But I'm just curious. I wonder why the first time when I got out so easily and I walked out into the hallway and then I'm in this strange hallway. It was like I was in somebody else's house. In fact,
l-
it was. I wasn't here. And then
it,
bang, I went back.
did you have excitement? I would imagine
No,
you the coming out the second time. Like, was there
the
high
first
end emotions?
no, no. The first time when I was
Yeah,
in the hallway, I was curious where I was, but there was no fear.
yeah.
And as I was walking, the next thing I know, I'm back in my body.
Hmm.
Now I just remembered something else I left out. The second time when I had the sleep paralysis and I sat up on the side of the bed, I looked back at my body like that, and that's when I went back.
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
That's
yep,
it.
yep, yep. I
Yeah,
sat on the edge of the bed and I looked back like this, just out of curiosity, and bang, I was back.
yeah. That's that's why you hear me say the first like first time or two times, like look back at the body so you could see it. But as
Yeah,
soon as you
yeah,
come out, like just get out the don't even
yeah,
bother. Don't
yeah.
even bother.
Well, you see,
Yeah.
it was like the first time I took your advice. The second time, it was just like automatic. I wasn't thinking. I just turned around and looked back, and bang, I'm back in my body again.
Yeah.
Because the first time I came out, man, I went for the door. I said, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I felt like Superman. I'm going for the door.
Yeah, yeah, you do, you do, and then and then you start accessing things. You're like, oh my god, like this is incredible. Yeah, but it's good.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
yeah, man. I'm happy for you. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
but
Hmm.
it's just as
Hmm.
long as you're sticking with the principles, the method, material,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
you're
Yep.
so
Yep.
pop out, stay calm, don't look back at the
Yep.
body, and start accessing things.
Yeah.
But
I fully could see how the previous dreams were like building up to it.
mm,
I was seeing these people and they were talking to me, and it was no fear. And I'd wake up and I realized they're trying to get whoever that is, they're disguising themselves as that person, including my ex-wife.
mm,
That wasn't her, it was somebody else disguised as her. And it was just very neutral and very unthreatening,
yes.
not startling. Yeah.
Any anything sometimes beings like you just said will present themselves to you in a way that does not give you a shock. So things
Hmm.
that you're familiar with.
Hmm.
Dreams, dreams as well. Like I said before, most of the time you're accessing dimensional spaces, but sometimes you're not. So when you are dreaming like that, what you're talking about, where there's clear communication, someone's trying to get your attention. You're not in
Hmm.
a dimensional space. You're actually there, but you're just not fully conscious. So yeah,
Right.
like you
Right.
said, it's building
Right.
up to
Right. Yeah.
pay
Yeah.
attention, giving
Yeah.
you a poke, giving
Yep.
you a poke,
Yep.
and
And
then
every time I woke
yeah,
up, I realized they were trying to get my attention.
yes.
It was, I just knew it. I could feel it.
This actually goes back, recalling my memory. I told you, I said I wouldn't be surprised if you come out while practicing this. When you actually come out, you're gonna have the beings there waiting for you, because
Hmm.
those beings in your past, right, were all trying to communicate with you to give you information.
Yeah.
And now that you have gotten rid of the fear, you're not afraid anymore. Without a doubt now that death does not exist.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah. Uh, and now it's just re-practicing that, re-implementing that, coming out of the body some more. The,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, this,
Yeah. Yep.
so, yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
Wow. I've been I've been thinking about it so much. Something else that helped me with this gentleman, David, and he said he shared with on the video about the saying of gently release my soul.
Yes. Yeah.
I started to just feel that, just keep that in my awareness. And I continue to do so because I could see that that's what needs to be nourished.
Yeah.
To just I want to nourish this sense of not being afraid, and it's perfectly fine.
Mm.
And for the body, kind of talking to the body, to not be afraid.
Yes. Yeah. Because because the body has the adrenaline too. So
Yeah.
it's like this,
Yeah.
it's like I think I said this to you or maybe somebody else. It's almost like you could train yourself to not be afraid of a lion face to face. And consciously you're
Mm-hmm.
not afraid. But
Mm-hmm.
when you're face to face with a lion, the physical body
Yeah.
has this adrenaline rush that
Exactly.
you need to learn how to control that,
Yeah.
keep that under control. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
gently releasing the
Yeah.
body. David, yeah, he
So
was really
between
good.
these dreams and what David said and my experiences, it's like you see, I'm building up. There's a theme here. There's a momentum that I'm building up here,
Mm,
and it resulted in those experiences of
mm,
just out, and I was fine.
yeah,
And I thought, oh, I could. This is great. I could do this.
yeah.
I could
Did
do this.
you did you feel anything like like when you were out? Were you like touching your hands or something? Or I mean,
No, no.
you opened up the door, right?
Yeah, I went and I opened up the door.
And
So,
how did the texture of
but
the door feel to you?
I I don't remember it. I was so impressed with myself.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I'm
Everything
gonna
just
get out. I'm going to the
yeah,
door, man. It's
yeah,
like I don't even remember touching the doorknob.
yeah. It's like I've done it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, I get it. I get it. I
It
got it.
was like
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
yeah,
I'm out of here.
yeah. There you go. Okay. Yeah. That next time when you do this too, and you come out, um,
Mhm,
just do what you just did. Create the distance from the body immediately.
mhm,
And if you do get pulled back in, do the same thing. Don't even think twice. Just create the
mhm,
distance. And
mhm,
you
mhm,
will create there'll come a point where there's enough distance from the body to where there's no pull at all. Like you just don't get
mhm,
pulled in. Now,
mhm.
when you're there in that state, because this has happened to me many times, when you create that long distance from the body and you don't feel any pull back to it, don't get nervous of like, oh, I'm not going to return, because you'll return back. But at that point, if you
Yeah.
stay calm, then just more things are just going to open up, present to you,
Right.
and you're going to go
Right.
further and further and further.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
so
Got it. Got
yeah,
it.
just don't get nervous if like that presents itself where
Yeah.
you're like, okay, now I'm not
Yeah.
getting back to the body. You'll come back, but it's just yeah,
Yeah.
just giving you a
I
heads
mean,
up. but, but yeah, but
I got it. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because like
Oh boy.
I remember years ago doing this, and I was just like, oh man, I'm like, am I coming back to the body? And I went through a
Yeah.
little panic attack, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm back in my body. I'm like, oh, why did I go through that panic attack? I was completely fine.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, but yeah, just letting
Even
you
as
know.
you were saying it, I could feel it. It's like, whoa, I'm getting a little out there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just stay calm. that's that's it. Fearless, become fearless, because the fear thing will always prevent
Hmm.
that which awaits you. It's just
Hmm.
it'll stop everything. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and then
Yep.
you come back in the body and you're like, man, I was just well,
Hmm.
you're basically yeah, you'll just start putting pressure on yourself of why did I do that?
Yeah.
Putting yourself down. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
But what you said earlier was important. Now that I have a clear context, it's
mm,
like I could hook into that. It's like, yeah, it's okay. Here I am. Here I
yes.
am.
Yeah.
Everything's cool.
Yeah. And try to yeah. I'll just I won't say too much. I'll talk to you in like private through email and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But certain things that you're going to access are going to be pretty incredible that you need to come to yourself instead of me just trying to front load you with things. But yeah,
Right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
so,
Got it. Got it.
yeah. Thanks for sharing, Stefano.
All right, oh, thanks for
I
listening.
appreciate it.
Thanks
Yeah,
for your tips, man. I'm telling you,
yeah,
it was just those two little points about the fear, noticing the fear, and don't worry about it, and the passivity.
yes, yeah.
That
Well,
was big for me.
yeah. Well, that's the thing that's strange. Like you never want to be passive with this. It's like it's the exact
Mhm.
opposite that you want to be because you
Yeah,
know now once you're out, like
yeah,
you're physically there. Like there's no
yeah,
difference. Like you're physically moving,
yeah.
opening things. Like
Mhm.
yeah,
But that's been my
have the same
handicap all these
consciousness.
years.
Yeah, you have the same everything that you thought
Yeah,
prior.
it's the same. It's
Same
me.
person. Your soul
Yeah.
is the same thing. We're coming out.
For some reason, it took 65 years for you to tell me that
Yeah.
about this passive. You don't have to be passive. Just say go.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's incredible. This is incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
I've
just
yeah,
it just is what it is, right?
yeah, yeah. Really appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
But if there's anything else that you want to share, then feel free to. But
That's that's it. That's it right now. That's it for now. But you know I'm going to keep you posted.
yes, yeah. And
Yeah, yeah, for
let's
sure.
see. Yeah, just email me next time when you have an experience, see where you progress to,
Yeah,
see what you access. And if you feel like you want to share it
yeah.
publicly, then
Oh yeah,
let's do it.
yeah, yeah. No problem. No problem at all.
Really incredible
I
work,
mean,
man.
for me, after all these years, it's so I don't know how to describe it. It was so it was a 180 from being at the mercy and helpless to just here I am. I'm in control. I'm choosing here. I'm in charge. Empowerment.
This is what I was saying too, as well. Like this is literally the I'm trying to blow smoke up my own ass.
Mhm.
But this is literally the number one way to for a soul to be truly empowered. I mean,
Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah. I listen. I agree. I,
yeah,
I recognize it. I mean, absolutely. There's no question. There's no question.
mm,
To remember and to experience directly who you really are, and then come back into this vehicle. It's like everything changes.
yeah,
The whole landscape changes. The whole consciousness changes.
yeah. It's
You're
like no,
broken free from the limitations of the body.
yeah, you're back to the eternal aspect of where you came
Yeah.
from,
Yeah.
and someone like you is going to keep on doing that, and then you're going to access all these places.
Mhm.
It's just, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm feeling this rush because I'm
Yeah.
connecting with you. Like all this is coming. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm. I know. I imagine it. I think about it. And I could. It's almost like it's calling me.
hmm,
I could feel it. I could feel it. And so I'm saying, "No, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready."
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm curious. Yeah, I'm just when you do more, pop on. Like I said, I don't want to tell you
Yeah.
front load
Yeah.
you with anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
but just
Yeah.
but just know when you're going forward, going to access more, just always remain calm, fearless. Nothing could touch you, or you know,
Right.
just
Right.
understand that.
Right.
And
Right.
yeah, and then things will just go. They'll just go like yeah,
Yeah. And then more confidence, and then more, and
yeah,
then more.
yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
The big door is gonna open essentially. You know, that's yeah. Yeah, open up the small door, then the big one's gonna open. You'll be like, what the yeah, yeah. See it all pretty much. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Very excited, man.
That's
Very
great.
excited for
That's
you.
great. Yeah.
All right,
Thanks
y'all.
so much. Thanks so much. And listen, for your sweat and for your work. It's like I'm very, very grateful. It's like it's been so long for me, and I just got weary. I told you the last time I got so weary, I just kind of gave up,
Yeah,
and now it's all like it's all kickstarted again.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, the at that, as you know, knowing what, all right, knowing what you know now, just coming out at will, that Stefano, who you are, does not change. Like you're still the same person. Now, the
Hmm.
longer you're there, more information will come into you of
Hmm.
yourself. So once you know something, it's a desire to help. And through
Hmm.
doing the things that I've accessed, it's a desire to help. And I know that if I don't do certain things here,
Hmm.
I'm gonna carry some regret when I leave here. That because it,
Hmm.
you see what I mean? It
Hmm.
doesn't
Yeah,
change. So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's just as much as like I feel honored to just help people do this.
Hmm.
That's like that's exciting for me when you
Yeah,
share
yeah,
and it's yeah.
yeah, yeah. I got that. I got it. I got the feeling. Yeah, it's a real, yeah,
Because yeah, now you know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
appreciate what you're saying.
yeah. So really appreciate it, man. I'll be connecting with you soon. Definitely.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks
Alrighty.
again, Darius. Take care.
Alrighty. I'll catch you.
Bye bye.